All right, my friends, welcome to this week's training. This is how to beat imposter syndrome. So, one of the biggest things that I see with moms, that I see with new business owners, that I see with women in general is how they feel like a fraud or they feel like an imposter. They feel like they don't deserve to be here. They feel like, who am I to run a six-figure business? Who am I to be able to take care of my family, take care of myself? Who am I to be the one who can do it all, right? And why wouldn't it be you? Why can't you be the one? Why can't you be the person that you ache to be, that you dream to be? Why can't you live the best life that you could possibly want and possibly deserve to? Like, you're not an imposter. These things are on your heart, and like, for so many reasons. Like, your desires are your guidance to more and to more in your life and to everything that you could possibly want. And you deserve to listen to them. You are not meant for the back seat. You are meant to be in the driver's seat. You are so much more than what you have to do for everybody else. So um, this is obviously a huge passion of mine. You're not an imposter. There's nothing wrong with you. You deserve every dream that you could freaking want. And so I made you this free workbook of how you can start beating imposter syndrome. All right, this is a little taste of what we talk about when I do my individual coaching, when we do business boot camp, when we do our mastermind retreats. But I wanted to give you a tool that you can start really diving in on and use for yourself and start beating imposter syndrome. So, here's just a handful of reasons why you might possibly think that you might be feeling like a fraud. Okay, so if this feels like you, know that you're not alone, but also know that this is the reason why you're not. Okay, so um, maybe you get stuck in self doubt, right? This lack of self worth, the lack of self efficacy, like just brings up this constant feeling of anxiety, right? Like in your ability to exceed, right? Or taking that next step. Actually, I had someone today who I talked to who her dream is to give up her day job um, and pursue her passion. And I said, what if you could give up your day job in 90 days? And she said, oh, that's too soon. And I said, what do you mean that's too soon? Didn't you like, okay, if money didn't matter and I gave you $1 million right now, like, when would you leave your day job? Well, I leave it right now. Okay, so why is 90 days a crazy number? Why couldn't you do that? Why couldn't you, there's no reason, right? And I guess that kind of moves us into number two. You're always cutting yourself down. Are you undermining the worth of your work and your achievements? You're making it seem like you might not be as competent as others. You're competent as hell. All right. You have done the work, you've done the education, you know everything you need to know. That's not to say that you can't grow in your business. That's not to say that you can't grow in your learning and change and evolve, but you know enough to help people right here, right where you're at, right damn now. Okay. So, oof, this is one of my favorite things to combat constantly because you are one of one, period. But you compare yourself to what everyone else is doing. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's a saying for a reason. I don't even feel like I need to go too much on a rant on this, but there is only one of you out there. You might be one of a million in your career or in what you're choosing to do, but there's only one you. And there's only one of your perspective, of your story, of your life, right? Like, some people say things like, oh, I'm training my competition, but like, that's okay. Like, I'm never training my competition because I don't have any competition because there's only one of me. And there's plenty of people for everybody to help all around the world. So it doesn't matter how many people do what I do. My people my audience, the moms that I am designed and meant to help, are going to hear what they need to hear from me. And the people you are designed to help, the people that you were brought on this earth to help, are going to hear it from you. And what you do in your business and what I do in my business, they're not the same, and they can both make millions of dollars. They can make whatever we want them to make. And what I do is not going to negatively impact what you do. So quit comparing yourself to what everyone else is doing. What drives me is probably not what drives you. And that's okay, right? Sometimes we say things like, I've never done this before, so I can't be successful. Well, I don't know how to do this. I didn't grow up this way. This isn't how my family is. This isn't what I view money as. This isn't what, so and so told me I can do, right? Like any phrases like that where, well, that's just not how I grew up. I just am what I am. I'm the way that I am. Again, they're all excuses, right? Like they're just phrases that we keep in our back pocket of reasons why we hold ourselves back and we say that we can't be successful. And then even more, right? We chalk up our successes to chance, coincidence, good luck. Oh, I just got lucky. Oh, it's just because I know so and so, right? Like I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Okay. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes we know people. Sometimes we take advantage of those opportunities. It's great, but like you still have to have the stuff to back it up, right? Like it, you didn't just get lucky to be here. We're lucky to have you. Okay. You obsessively over prepare, put in the extra long hours at work. You believe you have to be super, super over the top, otherwise you'd never be successful. You'll hold back ideas, right? Like you play small. You play small because, if you play big and everybody sees you, what if you fail? What if you don't? Right? Or like you do like the bare minimum in the group project, right? Because you'd rather have people see you as lazy than dumb, right? Like you don't want to be seen as not smart. You'd rather be seen as lazy, right? You feel like you might always have a target on your back, right? What better way to dodge people who might have overestimated your abilities and just make yourself a moving target so then nobody can ever pin you down. You feel inadequate in some areas, so you use your charm and your social skills. Oh, this is a good one, right? Like you schmooze. Like you're just a schmoozer. That's the only reason why you're successful is because you're a good schmoozer, right? Like can't be a good schmoozer and just also have the stuff to back it up. I do. Procrastinate, never finish, a good old fashioned self-sabotage, right? All of these behaviors circle back, right, to this feeling of like, I'm not enough, I can't do this, right? You're making a risky decision or not finishing something altogether, and then you can use that as a reason why you didn't actually get what you said that you wanted, right? You psych yourself out, right? And then you don't follow through. You burn yourself out. Oof, this isn't me to me, right? You're trying to overcome this idea that you're not capable. And so you push yourself, you push yourself, you push yourself, you expend so much energy that work becomes a chore and it's not any fun, right? It's not your passion. It just feels like something that you have to do. You burn out, you lose the motivation, and then you just spiral, right? So cool. That was a real upper to start us off, right? So great. We've identified these things. Like, what do we do? Right. So when it comes to imposter syndrome, I've listed the ways that we try to hide ourselves, right? What I want you to really do is some inner work here. Okay. I want you to know what you connect with. As you were reading that list and you're like, me, right? Oh, wait, that one's not me. Okay. Figure out what is you, right? What behaviors do you connect with? And I want you to ask yourself even deeper by doing these things, what does it actually help me avoid? Does it help me avoid being seen? Does it help me avoid really going for what I want and then avoiding disappointment, right? What does it protect me from? It protects me from getting hurt. It protects me from being being in a position where I could be exposed that I am really great, right? Like, what does it help me get? Really dig in, like, by doing these behaviors, what am I really getting out of this? What am I really doing? Right. And then once we're in there, once we're really deep in our feelings, once we're really deep in understanding why we see ourselves these ways, we have to figure out and uncover what's called our crusher. So basically, figure out what the deepest lie is within inside of us that we truly believe. Like, what's something that someone could say to you that would just absolutely crush you? Okay. What is this core negative belief that you're holding about yourself that if someone said it to your face, you would absolutely be crushed, right? You can't just say I'm a fraud. You have to go deeper, right? Something like you'll never measure up, you're not worthy, you're not as smart as everybody else, you don't actually have any talent. Like, what is it if somebody came up and said to your face, someone you love said to your face, that would destroy you, right? What is that? What's that crusher? Identify that and then prove that it's a lie. Okay, you're worthy because you are. That's it. So, by protecting yourself, right? What are you really doing? By hiding yourself, what are you really doing? If I never change this pattern, what's going to happen? The price I would pay is missed out opportunities. Oh, well, the opportunities I would miss out on, right? Like, I will never run my own business. I'll never have make six figures. I'll never leave my dead end job, right? Options and possibilities that would be closed to me. And take it, right? What's the one action step that you could take this week to be more self-assured? And I want you to dive in even more. Are you really just possibly successful because of luck, timing, connections, your smiling, sparkling personality, right? List out all of your achievements. Get another page. All right, this is not enough room, or write really small, but write down some of the achievements that you've been having, and then write down something that you did to get there. Okay, like you didn't just graduate college because you got lucky, right? You didn't just get a specific job because you know, the timing, it was a Tuesday and they were tired and they just accepted your application, right? Really dig in, you know? Oh, well, I just happened to be in this networking group with this person and got them on a good day. Oh, well, I just this doctor I used to work for, knew this person who knew this person. And so they just refer to me because they like Dr. So and so, right? No, no. So I want you to make an agreement with yourself that the next time someone compliments you or your work, you say, thank you. Not, thank you. I mean, I just, and all these downplaying words that I'm going to say I'm not as good as I am. And A, B, C, D, E, here's all the reasons why, you shouldn't actually think my work is good. We're going to just say, thank you. You're so kind. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. It was great to get that acknowledgement from you. Deal? Deal. Great. Okay. Now, I want you to do a little self-reflection, 0 to 1 to 10, or 0 to 10. Okay. How would you rate yourself? How do you rate your confidence? How do you rate your competence? How do you rate your health, your mindset, your self-talk, your motivation, your mental clarity, your spirituality? Where do you rate yourself? Are you a 1 in confidence? Are you a 10 in confidence? Right? How's your health? What's your mindset? Are you always talking negative to yourself? Or are you talking positive to yourself? Okay. Do you believe? Are you always looking at the next amazing thing that can happen in your mindset? Or are you always thinking about when's the other shoe going to drop and everything's going to fall apart? House of cards, right? And then I want you to rate yourself in 90 days. Who do you want to be in 90 days? How do you want to rate yourself in 90 days? What do you want? Where do you want to be? What number do you want to be at? How do you want to change? And then for each one, write a practical step about how you're going to get there. Okay? And this is how we're going to show you that you're not an imposter. You are just as capable as everyone else out there. There is not one of my favorite phrases I picked up from Amanda Francis is there is not a giant chalkboard up in the sky of, God, angels, whoever, writing on it saying, you can't have this. This is not for you. Your life is not meant to be any good. You're a fraud. Nobody's writing that. Nobody's up there in the universe saying, you can't have what you want. You're not capable. You're not worthy. You're saying that to yourself. And you're going to stop saying that to yourself because we're making a deal right now. So we're going to overcome our imposter syndrome. We're going to be confident, competent, healthy, positive mindset, and self-talking, motivated, clear as hell, spiritual, badass, mom solopreneurs. That is a mouthful, and it is a good mouthful. I hope this training gave you some confidence and clarity and competence and positive mindset and motivation for the week because you deserve it and you need it and you're not a freaking fraud. So quit saying that about yourself. You are meant to do so much and you're so capable. And the moment you start believing that, so will everybody else.